being consistent about that grind. I bet this might be great. This video right here might be great because I saw the other one with I think it was Batman versus 20 Gotham criminals. That shit was tough. They did that video right. Now I'm here with Spider-Man versus 20 New York villains. Jubilee parody. Let's check this shit out.
I am Spider-Man.
Yes.
And today, I'm surrounded by 20 of my greatest foes. My first claim is simple. None of my enemies here are justified in what they do. Not one of them.
He said, fuck all of y'all. All right, let's go to Risk. Let's go. We got Venom. We got Mysterio. What? We got Shocker. We got, is that Nick Fury? Taglia against him all the time, I guess. We got Morbius. We got Vulture. We got The Spy. We got Green Goblin. Harry Osborn. Norman Osborn, my bad. We got Sandman. We got the Croc. What's his name? The Reptile Doctor. I forgot. No, why? Not the Croc. Not Killer Croc. The Doctor. I know it's. I forgot. Doctor One Hand. Whatever. We got Craven. We got Black Cat. We got Kingpin. We got Carnage. We got Shocker. Like OG Shocker. We got Rhino. We got Mr. Negative. We got a souped up Scorpion. And we got Doc Ock. Bet.
All I do is steal back from the people who took everything from me. They stole my life. How is it not justified to take back a few scraps?
Come on, Vulture. I caught you stealing an iPhone from a 14-year-old. Don't act like I don't know who you are.
That kid lives better at 14 than I ever did. His father is probably a corrupt millionaire. Why do spoiled children get luxury while I struggle to feed my family?
I can't answer all that stuff. But let's fact check. The Vulture was able to secure his family and his future after stealing his first diamond in 1963. He has continued stealing ever since. Boom.
After spending my whole life as the perfect citizen.
Because
just because another nigga got it doesn't mean you gotta take it.
Stealing is illegal. Do I really have to explain that to you at 70?
Stealing only becomes criminal
At 70?
when people like me do it. When the powerful steal, it's called contracts.
No, that's still stealing, but they just let him rock like that. That's still wrong.
Loopholes and policy. The system decides who gets punished, not who's guilty.
Being treated unfairly doesn't give you permission to become unfair.
I'm not being unfair. I'm correcting an injustice, not creating one. What I do isn't just morally right, it's virtuous.
You don't fix a broken system by breaking everyone else. Change comes from participating, proposing better alternatives, exposing flaws.
Bet, let me pause. Fact check. This is rich coming from a guy whose idea of engaging in politics is leaving criminals webbed to lampposts with a note that says courtesy and friendly for Spider-Man.
Forcing your version of
He's a change that fix shit.
justice only creates chaos.
This is rich though, come from him.
Especially when legal paths do exist.
You sound exactly like me when I was your age. I believed in legal revolt too. Then I realized those legal paths don't exist to change the system. They exist to protect it. They give people like you the illusion you're fighting back, just enough to drain your will to actually do it.
I'd rather suffer injustice than become the kind of person who creates it.
That's easy to... to say when time is on your side, when you're old and still broken, when your children have no future, when they're...
Fact check. In the comics, the Vulture's children already secured their future and became superheroes. What? They're not proud of what their father does. Not like I don't know those characters. That sounds wavy.
They're about to suffer worse than you ever did. You can't understand that. That's when morality starts feeling like a luxury.
I get that more than you think. I can barely pay rent. I give everything to this city and it still finds new ways to punish me. But I choose to believe that using my power to protect people, even at my own expense, still matters. The man you were when you struggled honestly was stronger than the man you became.
That's a bar. That is facts, though. Dang.
You hear that?
Never thought about
That's
that.
exactly what the people on top want you to say.
He's giving some points, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like I created the system, you know what I'm saying? Well, now we create the system and you're just gonna fuck us equally just like them.
They love that. They tell you your suffering has moral value.
Is he just mainly just stealing from them then? His own Robin Hood, but he gets back to himself?
While they take everything else that matters. They turned exploitation into a virtue and somehow convinced us to feel proud about it.
Stop pretending you're some enlightened revolutionary. You don't hate the elite because they're corrupt. You hate them because you're not one of them.
Damn! Daniel, back at it again. Yeah, that's actually facts, bro. I generally have thought about that too. I think some people just want to be in that club too, want to be like them, just mad they're not there yet. And we're like, hold on, hope they will get there, and then, oh, finally. That's facts. Damn, that's a bar, 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 that's a bar. We're going back to that.
You don't hate the elite because they're corrupt. You hate them because you're not one of them. You
Damn,
don't want the system
Spidey.
destroyed. You want access to it.
Ooh!
You and them play the same game. They just won. And you're taking that anger out on everyone else.
Listen.
He said, fuck. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, he killed that. He killed that shit. Spider-Man. If I had a fucking any soundboard going on, bro. Let's go. That was tough. All right, now we got Shocker.
Listen, Spider-Man, unlike the other idiots here, I'm not gonna pretend there's some complicated philosophy behind what I do.
Okay, good take. Let's see.
I do it because it's what
They were only 3 in. Let's go.
I've always done.
So you just came here to tell everyone you're as shallow as that quilted suit you're wearing?
I came here to tell you that nobody here owes you an explanation.
Ooh.
I just do what I do because it's the only thing I've ever been good at.
I wouldn't say good.
What?
Good. You're barely decent at it, man. Have you ever actually won a fight? Like, even once?
I win just enough to pay my rent.
Can't get mad at it.
Look, this might be a game to you, but it's not for me. I don't wake up thinking, oh boy, time to get punched by a kid in pajamas. I do it
Hey, yo, imagine? That's how them niggas like,
because it's my
That's how they
only
be thinking.
option.
Oh, come on with the sob story. You're not some loser with no options. You're a genius engineer. You built that
They try to play that Southern car. I'm just a little country boy trying to write some shit. Dang, bro. Got him.
suit in a prison cell. And you're telling me you can't find anything else to do besides
He said you were a master engineer. Stop,
being a C-tier villain?
Like I said, nothing's worked better for me than this life. And that's enough reason for me to choose it.
No!
I love these videos. I'm gonna pause right here because like they just break down like the synopsis of all these characters and like their philosophies really, and like they just dismantle like every like point. Like I saw the Batman one and now I'm watching this one. It's already on pace, like match that shit. Like they just talk about all that shit and talk about why the hero stands with that belief, and also what it does like helps other people like think, oh, okay, I don't have to go down that path, or think like that, or I try to think like them, try to get out of the mess that they made for us to get out of. And I think this is so tough. This is a great vid.
Working better isn't a good enough reason to justify going around electrocuting people.
What? Electrocuting?
Enough reason.
And that's enough reason for me to choose it.
No! Working better isn't a good enough reason to justify going around electrocuting people.
What?
Why was he
Electrocuting? You don't even know what my powers are. My power isn't electricity, it's vibration.
Oh. Totally slipped my mind. I've got a lot of bad guys to keep track of, you know? But then again, why are you called the Shocker? Feels like you could have landed on something better. Why not the Vibrator?
Peter Parker's back in the building.
I was gonna, but it was taken by a superhero. The one who always saves MJ when you can't keep your web shooter loaded.
Still lasts longer than you do in fights. Here's my second
So we dismantled that whole point of like that shit was tough. Not a little bit
claim.
next person.
If saving people
Claim.
requires lying, controlling them, or ruling over them, then it's not saving.
This city under my control is much safer than what your ideals ever achieved.
He just saying that because so he can have control over it.
I carry the weight
Safe
of
from
this
his
city's underworld.
Buddy, you carry the weight of several city underworlds. But yes, probably. The city's safer for you and your goons when you're
Exactly.
around.
It's
Exactly.
safer for everybody. Unlike you, I don't delude myself with
Not like him being the mayor in Daredevil was so crazy, but also pretty on par and realistic. And actually works so you think it's so crazy, like, oh my god, or like some crazy shit that happened in comics one time. But it worked. It actually made sense, and like that when that shit happened now, yeah, God already did. So that's so crazy, bro.
the idea that crime will ever stop. So I myself with the idea that crime will ever stop. So I regulate it. A city under me is predictable.
Predictable. So under you, I can get a calendar reminder for when I get shot in the face? Real comforting.
Predictability keeps people alive. While you feel heroic
Okay, let's talk about that because like I remember in the show the Daredevil with like how he was running shit. He left because he was injured, then he came back and he wasn't there because he had to be like in person in the city, and like it was already starting to slip a little bit. If we're just looking at his part, like what he's talking about, he does control the underworld. You know what I'm saying? But who's to say they're not gonna go on a crazy rampage or do shit like threaten people's lives, which he's also doing. And then also like fucking with lives of the innocent people, and then martial law was actually killing random people in the streets. Yeah, never mind. This nigga capping. Shut the fuck up.
fighting crime. I prevent it. I reduce the numbers.
Until the numbers are down. Then you start reducing people.
I
You get 'em.
eliminate people who risk the stability of
At least he's honest. You know?
the underworld. It helps keep crime organized. Nothing gets past me.
Well, yeah, you're usually taking up the whole hallway. That's why I have to go through the ceiling. You just organizing the
Hey, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse.
suffering, Fisk, not stopping
And
it.
you? You stop one mugger, pat yourself on the back, and move
That's your mugger. You hired him. What?
on. You stop one mugger, pat yourself on the back, and move on. That mugger's boss sends 2 more the next day.
That's the boss's fault. What? I like niggas are hilarious.
I stop the boss from sending anyone at all.
He just says that.
You treat symptoms while I cure the disease.
By becoming the disease yourself. You don't cure anything, Fisk. You just make sure you're the only infection left.
Look at the numbers, Spider. Homicide rates drop 40% when my
Absolute cap.
organization controls territory.
But let's just take those stats at face value. They're probably strategic deaths then. If I'm just looking at the miscued data, it's probably strategic death killing that person up here who then hires a lot of muggins. Like coincidentally, that stops, or it kills one person here and then threatens everybody's life. Type beat. Or kills somebody there and then puts somebody else in charge that also ruins people's lives way worse than how it was before. Yeah, you gotta look at that shit.
Emergency room admissions for gang violation controls territory. Emergency room admissions
Why am I arguing with this nigga? And to explain my point why killing is bad. Like that's insane. That's how they get you.
for gang violence down 60%.
Facts.
You want to
All major crime statistics firms in New York receive substantial funding from Fisk Industries and its
talk about infection? Chaos is the infection. Desperation is the infection. I provide structure. I keep crime restrained. Nothing escapes my grasp.
Except maybe a salad. I am sure salads are so good at escaping you.
Amusing. Make your jokes while people die in the streets.
And you keep crime restrained. Is that why crime is up every...
I love this is real Spidey. He don't give a fuck what he says. It's fuck everything. Fuck that shit. And he's saying to his face, I love that. This is Spidey.
every time you're out of prison?
You care more about the perception of good than actual good. When organized crime is up, that means the bottom of this society are feeding
That's
their
always the
children.
excuse.
Facts.
Oh, I have to feed my children.
Spidey said, fuck them kids.
But that's not even true. Most of the people working with you spend their money on drugs and gambling while their families starve at home. If you truly cared about people struggling, you would have worked to make this city better, not to transfer the suffering from one to another.
Facts. He's running through these niggas. Alright, Mysterio.
Tell me, Spider-Man, why is it wrong for me to use my skills to make people believe stuff that will fix this unjust world and make them question the status quo?
You don't do it for that, Mysterio. You don't create illusions to enlighten people. You do it to feed your ego, for applause, headlines, and control.
Fine. Forget about me for a second. Let's say there's someone else with my abilities. A complete saint. Someone who only bends reality to help people, to give them joy
You know what? I'm gonna let Spidey handle this.
and hope. Sure, the situations aren't real, but they're genuinely making people's lives better. What then?
A good person shows people the truth, even when it's ugly, because they respect their freedom, their right to choose for themselves. The second you feed them lies and twist reality
Hey, he's
into what
locking
you
in
think
now.
is best for them, you take that away.
So you're saying that there's
away
no
that choice.
situation where manipulating people's
Hey, this guy's a creep. Fuck.
minds is a good thing?
None.
So there's no way I could do it. Not even.
Forcing people to believe lies is always wrong, no matter the
Then why
intention.
did you
That's my whole shtick, man. Fuck.
do it?
What?
Why did you
Ooh.
brainwash everyone into forgetting your identity?
Why are we bringing up old shit?
Peter Parker!
I'm like, that's a no-no.
How do you know that?
Doesn't matter how I know. What matters is that you did the exact thing you just said no good person would ever do.
Let me explain.
So
Spidey?
what does that make you?
What I did didn't hurt anyone. Forgetting who I am doesn't change their lives.
Oh,
Fact check. Except for that one guy who had the brilliant idea of using Spider-Man as Peter Parker as his saving account password, that guy was really hurt by the memory wipe.
so suddenly you're not so black and white about reality manipulation. I don't think the Spider-Man from like 10
Nigga, you caused that problem.
seconds ago would agree with you.
Don't you dare compare what you do to what I did.
Real
You're
Spidey
right.
coming out.
I won't. Because what you did is worse than anything I've ever done. You heroes get to do the exact same things you condemn us for, with zero consequences. All because you've convinced yourselves you're doing the right thing. But newsflash, Spider-Man. We all think we're doing the right thing. You're no different from us. You're only seen as heroes because you won the PR
We're
war.
heroes because people believe in us. Even when we make mistakes, our intentions are never
Does
evil.
it really matter if the people believe in you or not, Peter? When you'll just run to some wizard, or the literal devil, to rewrite their minds the moment they stop believing in you.
You know what? Maybe you're right.
Oh, fuck.
But I did it because the people I love were being hunted. And that choice still eats at me.
I'm so ready for brand new day, I think. Yeah. Fact check. He's essentially saying, I feel bad about it. Therefore, I'm morally superior. This is called special pleading fallacy. When the rules stick to everyone else but slips right off Spider-Man's webbings.
Every single day. That's the difference. I carry the weight of what I did. You wear it like a trophy. My final claim is
So far, that's like, yeah, not as strong as argument, but that kind of makes sense. Why? Let's go dog off.
that with great power comes great responsibility. If you
Okay.
can stop harm and you don't, part of that harm is on you.
If you can stop harm and you don't, part of that harm is on you. So this is different, putting the onus upon someone not responsible. I believe if you can help, yeah. So let's see his take.
So why do you stop me every time I try to use my genius to help this city?
Because he's just using that for like his own like like his own gain, his own like intellectual like ability, like to see break challenges, to create some shit. Even if it harms other people, he doesn't care. He wants to like check off that box.
Because your idea of helping is insane, Doc. Nobody wants what you're offering.
It's still my responsibility to achieve it. I have been blessed with this brain power, and according to your claim, it would be wrong to not use it to change what I think is wrong.
No! Power gives you the responsibility to preserve people's freedom and their ability to choose what's right for themselves. It doesn't give you the right to decide for other adults what you think is best for them.
Tell me then, why do you think adults have the right to choose what's best for children?
Because children's brains aren't developed enough to make those choices yet.
And my brain is far more advanced compared to the average adult than their brains are compared to children. That's exactly what gives me the right to choose for them.
Yeah.
I understand what's best for them far better than they ever will.
You know what's funny? Saying that actually proves you're not as smart as you think. Intelligence isn't everything, Doc. It's not enough to tell you what's right or wrong.
That's exactly what mediocre minds tell themselves to justify holding the rest of us back. They'd rather drag everyone into the abyss than admit someone knows better.
Knowing right from wrong requires emotions, empathy, values, and faith. All you have, Doctor, is intelligence, which is probably why every genius plan of yours ends with you face down on the pavement. Maybe if you spent less time calculating and more time actually caring about people, you'd realize that being the smartest guy in the room means nothing if you're alone in it.
With great power.
Great point. Great point.
Comes the privilege to rule. That's how it's always been throughout history, until insects started to have a say.
So, I'm more powerful than you, which means I get to rule you now, right? Cool! My first decree, man purses are a...
Not like him against Goblin, No Way Home, bro. He was giving him that work, showing how the real Spider-Man goes. He doesn't hold the punches, like go full strength type beat. And Goblin has the, Goblin has part of the super soldier serum. Like deadass. Like I think what Oscar was doing was trying to recreate that formula. So what he was doing was try like fix the formula, but like it was too unstable. But so he has a variation of the superhero soldier formula. Him, the other super soldiers, and then also like the Hulks. So I forgot who else like try to remake the formula, but like that formula has never stopped. Like you should try to remake that shit. I bet.
Officially banned. Sorry, Gobby.
Cute. Hide behind jokes all you want. The only reason you think power comes with obligations is because yours was handed to you by a spider bite. You feel guilty about it. If you'd spent decades clawing your way to the top like I did, you'd understand. You'd know you earned the right to take whatever you want.
It doesn't matter how you got
What?
your power. Once you have it, you use it to help people. And I'm pretty sure you'd agree with that if you were on the other side.
So let me get this straight. Someone works their entire life to gain power, and now they're supposed to not only avoid hurting people, but spend every waking moment saving them?
If the roles were reversed,
You could have some work-life balance. He went straight to overtime.
You'd want someone to save you.
So the powerful spend their lives becoming slaves to the weak. That's your philosophy?
Not slaves. It's like servants. I forgot. People servants. Something servants.
Look, I
Public servants.
could understand not going out of your way to hurt people. But you're saying we have no freedom. That we owe everyone everything. That's not responsibility, Spider-Man. That's just guilt.
What you're missing, Gobby, is that you can't really
Gobby.
get power on your own. No matter how much you think you're self-made, you wouldn't be where you are without people you've never even met. So yeah, we owe everybody.
That's what the weak make us believe, so they can boss us around. Do you realize, Spider-Man, that if the vast majority of New York got powers like ours, they'd become me and not you?
So you watch The Boys, and we watch Marvel DCU.
You say I'm your enemy, but you save thousands of me without power every single day.
You know what? I've been in this city long enough to know you might actually be right about that. But even if it is, it'll always be my responsibility to do the right thing. Not because I owe it to them, but because I owe it to myself. Hey, did you like this video?
Yes, that's tough, bro. Another great superhero versus 20v1. This one is Spider-Man versus 20 New York villains. Jubilee parody. That's a great vid. Another great vid. That's tough.